Wow.
It's Friday.
Oh, look at that shot, Beth. Thank you.
A little special action to welcome to Better Connecticut on your Friday.
I feel like I'm on Dr. Oz. It's awesome. It's good. It's good. We love it.
It is National Pistachio Day. That's something to get all cracked up about.
Pistachio? Pistachio.
No, it's pistachio.
Pistachio.
How do you say it, Rich?
Pistachio. Thank you.
Okay, well,
Pistachio.
No, it's pistachio.
It's
Thank you, Addie. Pistachio. Thank you.
Where are we?
Like you,
Are we on the Crown? Darling, past the pistachios.
No, I just, not everyone's from Long Island and doesn't say pistachio.
Jamie's from Waterbury, pistachio. Thank you so much. Rich is from, where are you from? Fairfield. Fairfield, Connecticut. Right there.
All right.
Pistachio.
I'm going to eat my pistachio.
Anyway, it's a versatile nut like Kara. It can be used in baking, ice cream, or eaten whole. The nuts are also a good source of protein, fiber, and certain vitamins and minerals.
They're very good for you, but you won't eat one right now.
Well, I'm afraid they're going to get stuck in my throat and I'm going to have a hairball. So
What are you, a cat?
You know I'm close to my cat and my cat food. So I'm sticking with, I'm going to save mine and my cat farm. I'm going to give these to Ernie because he went and got them for us. So thank you, Ernie. We appreciate that.
Thank you. All right. Do you remember that time that Kanye West ran for president?
66,000 votes he got.
Yeah, well, it was just last year, of course. But, he entered the race late.
Votes. The man got 66,000 votes.
You thought he should get more or less?
I think that's a pretty handsome amount of votes for Kanye West for president.
Yeah, and maybe he would have, some are saying he could have done better if he'd entered on time. He entered late, and he spent about $13 million.
No, I think it was less than that.
$13.2 million.
$13.2 million? Holy macaroni.
12 of it was his own money.
Oh, that's right. 12 of it was his own money.
And so he spent about $200 per vote.
200? You know what? That's an expensive vote. You know, you want the people.
It's like taking your friend out to
dinner. But Biden spent over $1 billion, and Trump spent $800 million. It's a lot of M's and B's that we spent on this last election. Unbelievable. 66,000 votes. Kanye West got in the United States.
So ahead of the big Oprah interview this weekend, Prince Harry actually was speaking to James Corden, and he talked about why
he duped Oprah.
Well,
a little bit.
You think she?
Well, I'm sure it's going to be a different. This was on the top of an open-air bus. I mean, a little different interview format style, but he did divulge some pretty interesting things.
Yeah, and he always was so affected by what happened to his mother, Princess Diana, and he said he needed to leave the royal family because the press was destroying his mental health and hurting his wife.
I don't blame him. I would flee too. You gotta live your life.
So for everyone who thought it was all her fault, he's opening up and saying, this was a joint decision. We just don't want to live like this anymore.
Yeah, he said, I did what any man, any husband, or any father would do, and get my family out of harm's way, and I'm heading to California. There you go.
So
good for them.
Absolutely, and he talked about. Also, that he does, everyone else is...
He watches The Crown.
He watches The Crown. Now, he did say The Crown is fiction, but he said it's at least loosely based on the truth.
Loosely. I wonder how loose.
So, for The Crown, the producers of The Crown have been under fire. The Royal Crown has been trying to get them to put fictional on the front of it. Oh, yeah, Netflix. You got to catch up.
I got to catch up. I got to get on the Netflix.
But he admits that he watches it, but he said at least that's fiction and it's fiction, although some people don't believe that it's fiction. But he said the stuff in the tabloids, they try to make it like news.
Exactly. Lady Gaga offering a $500,000 reward for the return of her 2 French bulldogs. This is like it's kidnapping. I mean, they kidnapped, and people view their dogs as children. So this is just awful. They shot the dog walker, and then they took the 2 French bulldogs. Now she's offering a $500,000 reward for the safe return of these dogs.
It's just awful. Why would people do that?
I don't understand. I just really don't understand.
And they're named Gustav and Koji.
I hope they're okay, and I hope that they're reunited with Lady Gaga. She's off filming a movie in Italy right now. She's not here in the United States.
All right, now let's take a look at this sheep. His name is Barack.
It's unbelievable. I think it's almost like sheep abuse to let it get this out of control. Look at this thing.
Barack, they say. Okay. Oh my gosh! Wow. So they finally took the sheep to get sheared, but maybe I don't know. Does the sheep all the fur on it?
No, it can't move. Kara, the thing after they sheared it, it weighed 78 pounds. 78 pounds of wool.
Of wool, right? Not that he left. Okay, and so They said if it's left to grow like that, it is bad for their health. So
of
that's
course
sad.
it is. That's so sad. Why would anybody do this?
Did they just find him? I don't understand.
Look at all of that wool. Oh my God. It's unbelievable. Very sad, though.
Okay. So Jamie
Barack is doing
said,
much better.
Jamie just said he was found wandering in the bushland. So I guess he wasn't.
Oh, maybe he was a wild sheep? Look at him.
He got lost or something.
How cute he is now.
But he was rescued. He was rescued by a sanctuary, and that's why they were able to help him.
Did you see his face? He has such a sheepish grin. PepsiCo apparently wants to be a part of your at-home cocktail experience.
Okay.
They're making these mixtures. They don't provide the alcohol.
They're called Neon Zebra.
Oh, look, there they are.
Yeah.
Look, daiquiri, margarita.
You just pour it in with whatever.
Strawberry daiquiri, I would try that.
Okay.
I would give that a try.
Mojito looks pretty, yeah. And you just then add it to their 6-packs, and they're only $8 for the 6-pack, and then
whiskey sour. Did you ever have a whiskey sour?
I think I have, yeah.
My parents would open up the alcohol cabinet, which was one of our kitchen cabinets because we didn't have anything big. On New Year's Eve, they would open it up, the liquor cabinet, and make whiskey sours. That was the only time we had alcohol in the house. Was on
whiskey sour. Okay, a little celebration.
And it was whiskey sours. Isn't that amazing? That's all I remember.
Okay, and yet you became a Cosmo drinker.
And yet, I like my vodka.
Okay. All right, can you believe Pokemon is 25 years old?
I can't believe it.
The whole empire, the cards, the Pokemon Go, everything. 25-year anniversary this Saturday. Started in 1996.
Pokemon. Yep. This is the thing. Pokemon Go is where you capture the Pokemons that are around you?
Yes, that's an app on mobile.
Look at the franchising that went on with this. They can't believe they can't even believe they're here. 25 years ago, 1996. That's pretty incredible. Chaz and AJ had me on the show this morning. We were doing songs from 1981. I'm like, why 1981? They're celebrating their 40th year. 1981 was 40 years ago.
Oh my gosh. What song did you do? What song did you do?
Oh, they raffled, they played 100 songs and they made me and AJ name that song first.
Oh.
He totally smoked me. I was behind the 8 ball.
He is a DJ.
He is a DJ.
And you know nothing except you sort of know a song and then you don't know any of the words or anything.
I know Glenn Campbell and John Denver. They weren't in 1981 though.
All right, so something else that was a while back with your childhood. Do you remember Mr. Potato Head?
Of course I do.
Well, you're not going to be called Mr. Potato Head anymore. They're rebranding the toy as just Potato Head to be gender neutral.
All right.
But you can still buy a Mr. Potato Head and you can still buy a Mrs. Potato Head, but they're going to give these kits where they'll be gender neutral and they want everyone to have a kit and you can decide what kind of family you want to create. Maybe you're going to have 2 Mrs., 2 Misters, or a little one. And so they just want to be gender neutral.
It says in a bit of a confusing announcement, Hasbro said yesterday it's dropping the Mr., but the actual Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head toys will still exist. So the brand is going to say Potato Head, but there still is going to be a Mr. and Mrs.
You can still buy that variety, but you can also buy the gender neutral ones.
When I bought the kit, you got the parts, but you had to provide your own potato. That's how old I am. There was no plastic things where you inserted it. You know what I'm saying? I had a potato. If you didn't have a real potato, you were bum out of luck.
You really got a real potato, and then they just sold
you got a real
parts?
Potato. Yeah, and they just sold the parts.
They sold the parts for the potato.
They sold the parts. You push into the potato.
I remember making potato plants. You put the toothpicks in it.
Of course.
Put it in the mason jar and let it grow out.
Yeah, it's amazing. All right, the Golden Globes are coming up. The 78th annual award ceremony for film and television takes place Sunday night.
Now, this is going to be virtual, largely because of the pandemic. So not so much of the red carpet, but you will have co-host Tina Fey. And
hysterical. Yeah,
Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. And they're going to, this is the 4th time they've done this.
Look at that dress. Poofy sleek. Carol Burnett.
Oh. Now, these awards have already been delayed about 2 months because of the pandemic. So if you're looking for something new and fresh to watch, it's at 8 p.m.
I wonder what it would be like just to stand there and have people take pictures of you. You know what I mean? Like you just stand there in front of a wall and just stand there and just let people take pictures of you. You know what it's like because you're so glamorous, but I don't.